Singderellos. I'm the fairy voice mother, and today we behold, yet again, the man, the myth, the master of many octaves, Mr. Dimash. I'm going to be reacting to the Golden Boy performing Ogni Pietra at Olimpico. The most requested performance for me is this. That was terrible. And he really doesn't need an introduction, does he? So there's no time like the present. It's been too long. Oh, off to a flying start. Gotta love a neon noodle. Look at that. Notice how dramatically he's dropping his jaw. On every word! He knows the rules for a dark, dramatic opera sound and he ain't about to break them. This dropped jaw and pouty lip movement that he's doing is no accident. This position encourages the larynx to stay down and forwards. It would be physically impossible to get this same vocal quality without this movement. Any other face shape just completely refilters the resonance. This is a classic Dimash move as well. Lifting the note from underneath, it just adds weight to it as opposed to hitting it bang on. The resonance is higher. You can bring a little bit more darkness. All the anticipation is absolutely killing me. You can see like the camera vibrate even with excitement. Is that just my eyes? Hang on. Yeah, look, the camera can't even focus. When you hear those creepy high backing vocals kick in on a Dimash number, you know it's about to get real. Oh my god, I've got a dry throat. Oh my god! Oh my goodness. He looked like the bloody Scream mask. Probably the most drop jaw I've ever seen in my life. It gives you access to so much of your mouth. Not only do you get access to that same warm, low, rich placement that we had before, but now you also get a lot of sound bouncing off the soft palate as well. Fantastic. Massive oscillations in the vibrato as well. There's a full tone between the notes that this vibrato is hitting.
Dramatic. We love it.
Ooh. It's fun. It's very complimentary of the neon noodles. We love a theme. Oh no, here we go. The camera's getting excited again, oh gosh. Okay. He knows his range. He knows exactly what his voice wants to do on any given note. Notice the slight discrepancy in the intensity of these two notes. That was very heavy. There's a lot of engagement of what we would call the TA muscle there, the muscle that keeps our vocal cords thick and connected to speech quality. Whoa! But the next note is different. That note is far less engaged. You can't hear that same kind of speechy weightiness to it, meaning that the muscle that we use to thin out the vocal cords is the dominant one. So it's basically more than but it's still not one of those two extremes. It is a blend. So there's never a loss of resonance and he never sounds weak. And at the same time, he never shouts us either. It's
always blended.
Not only was this super cool in the moment, but it's also prepared him beautifully to now disengage that speechy muscle completely and transition to a thin vocal quality. And continuing upwards beyond the clouds and realms of all possibility. His vocal cords would have been really thin in this position, which makes it incredibly light for him to perform. And you can even feel the lightness with the arm movements. So he's super comfy up here, but he doesn't stay there long. And back he goes. He will use whatever vocal technique he deems is best suited for the note that he's on in the melody. It doesn't matter if he has to change mid-phrase, mid-word. He can dip in and out of these modes in every syllable. Circle of life. Oh, I'm so tense. Gosh. No! No! Stop! Look at his face! Oh, he's so coy!
Can you believe I just did that?
He's producing so many frequencies up there that his backing dancers just can't dance anymore. Instead, they're just writhing around and swimming in a sea of resonance. As these pitches increase, you might think that in order to achieve these top notes, you gotta go for it even more every time and the sound is like bigger. It's actually the opposite. That note at the top requires such thin, delicate, teeny bambini vocal cords that if he were to push that too hard with loads of breath, you wouldn't be able to control the pitch. And not only would you not be able to control the pitch, you might not even get a sound at all. You're likely to get something like this, which you can convert into whistle register, but this is not whistle register, this is connected, this is falsetto. You cannot hear breath coming between the chords. So the process of jumping between these three high notes was a thinning out of the chords, adjustment of the pressure, thinning out the chords, adjust the breath pressure. And that's how we managed to get them so accurate, by having the perfect little ecosystem of lovely thin closed chords and the perfect amount of subglottal pressure. Down he goes. So tense, the whole thing is tense! Oh my gosh. There we go! Oh gosh, of course. It's like going on every ride at Disneyland all at once. And I've never even been to Disneyland, but there's no need when you live in the world at the same time as Dimash. How he finds that resonance is extraordinary. It's just extraordinary. Look at that physical lift he does there to lift the soft palate. Like he's lifting his soft palate, he's lifting his arm. Oh, he looks like he's about to swallow me whole there. Look at all of that space is made. Oh my God, look. Oh. It's all starting to make sense. It's the jaw. He is just able to make a weird amount of space. I mean, when I do it, it just looks like a human opening their mouth wide. But when he does it, it changes the bloody shape of his neck. And maybe that is why his falsettos and whistles are so pure and resonant, because once you find this position, many people can hit them. But what makes him so impressive is how he resonates them and how they're so attached to the rest of his range. It's like he can fully sing up there. It's not just like a party trick where he can just touch it quickly and then come straight down. He can sustain them and they're so full and connected. Perhaps, you know, anatomically he is just not of this world. Or he was God's experiment. I feel like I need to watch this again with like a microscope and just pray for answers. The most impressive thing about this performance for me was the consistent transition between registrations. Thick voice, thick dominant mixed voice, thin dominant mixed voice, thin voice, falsetto. It's like he's worked so much on all of these registers that it's got to the point where they're just like little buttons that he presses and he can just weave in and out of them at any time with no mistake, you know, no pitch discrepancy, no cracking, no like raspy kind of thin, nothing. It's just perfect. In conclusion, Dimash can sing his bloody socks off, and I shall behold him in awe for as long as I may live. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. If there are any singers you would like to see me react to of any kind, please do let me know in the comments, as it is always my pleasure. I love you so very much. Have an amazing day and I cannot wait to see you next time. Mwah. Bye!